Hey guys, my name is Sven and in this video I will show you how to travel around Indonesia if you are planning to travel for around 3 weeks. And of course you can change this plan and adjust it for your own personal preferences. I will give you tips about the great things to do in Indonesia and the things that just need some tips. We started our journey with a flight from Amsterdam straight to Jakarta. The food on board was really great and Jakarta airport is really beautiful. For a taxi, just walk outside and tell them pay on the meter. And obviously I started with iced coffee. For the first 2 nights we decided to stay at Louis' home right in Jakarta. It is right next to a big mall so we can shop there and have some good food. For total we paid 94 euros, that's for 4 persons, 2 different rooms for 2 nights. I would really recommend you to go here because it's a nice hotel, the staff is really friendly, they have nice food, nice iced coffee, and from here you can just book a taxi using the app Grab to go to the Neo Soho Mall for some nice dessert and some nice shoppings. Or the barber if you're like me. Personally, I would really recommend to go to Jakarta and stay there for 2 or 3 days. And personally I really love it because after a long flight you're a bit tired and it is nice to have the same hotel for 2 or 3 nights, in my opinion. Jakarta itself, it's a nice city, it is clean, it is safe. You have a lot of beautiful things like the statue or the shopping malls, musea, a lot of fun stuff. But it also can be rainy, especially in rainy season. So watch out for the rain, but I really love the rain. It was nice to cool down a little bit. It is really hot there. After getting wet, we decided to go to the National Museum of Jakarta, which was really great. There was a lot of old stuff, things about Jakarta. It was interesting to see. And there was also a little bit about the bad stuff that happened a few hundred years ago. For the rest of the day, we just explored the city, checked how rich we were and enjoyed a really nice Indonesian meal. And the soup was really spicy, holy moly. The next day we went to the railway station and we took the high-speed train from Jakarta to Bandung. This only took around 30 minutes or so and it was really fast and the train was really quiet. It was a nice, enjoyable ride. On arrival, we booked another taxi using the Grab app, which is really easy to use. And the taxi driver was an amazing guy. He was so very friendly. Over there you can see the football station and he was really in love with football and he was proud of his nation, which was really great to see. We went to bungalow homes in Bandung and this was a little bit more expensive. This one was 120 euros just for 1 night, but for the 4 of us, so we could split that in 4. And it was an anniversary of my parents because they were married for 27 years, so I had to surprise them with a little special home for this night, right? After arriving we went out to grab some lunch, obviously with another iced coffee because I love them. And we grabbed some nice lunch. After lunch we went to this park which is really beautiful. It only costs like 2 or 3 euros, a small fee. You can see the monkeys, nice paths. You can wash your face and your hands with some clean jungle water. There's also a small waterfall. You can even walk it on your flip-flops. And luckily they had some nice drinks upstairs and the lady was so nice there. Booked the taxi using Grab again. The taxi ride was really fun. And after that we went back to the hotel and we wanted to take a swim, but the water was really cold. Anyway, we went in the water, jumped a little bit too hard with my father. There was water everywhere. We went out for dinner, grabbed some nice food. It was delicious and the milkshake was awesome. And after that, obviously some dessert. And before we went to bed, I just watched the Bitcoin price and it was $100k. Yay! Good night. The next morning we went to the Bandung station because the day before we booked the Argo Willis panoramic train, which is a beautiful train with a lot of beautiful views, and we booked it using the app Want2Go Asia. It is really simple. I will put all the links in the description below. And as you can see, you also get a lot of free food which is included in the trip. They even got Wi-Fi, and here's the password. And as you can see, there are so many beautiful views. It is just an amazing trip. I would really recommend doing this train or another train. It's also possible, of course, but I mean, the views are worth it. So I would really recommend doing a train trip instead of taking a flight. After the train trip, we booked another taxi and we arrived at our next hotel. I completely forgot the name, what it's called, but I accidentally booked it in 2027 instead of 2025, so it was a little bit dumb of me. But as you can see, it's really nice. It's a nice hotel. They also had a nice swimming pool, and after this we took, of course, an iced coffee, duh, and some pizza because we were hungry for some Western food. And for this night we booked a trip to the Merapi volcano. We booked it through Get Your Guide, and this is a place where we met my friend Lois. He was a really great guy. I mean, we watched the lava. It was amazing. We had some stunning pictures. It was obviously very dark, so you couldn't see a lot, but we walked the trail with our friend and watched the lava. It was really nice. It was a nice evening. I would really recommend you doing this. But doing this trip, it's not for the weak. So it is already day 5 and today we are going to the Borobudur temple. You will hop on a small electric bus which will take you to the temple itself. From there on you will need to walk this long path to the temple, and as you can see it is really busy. There are a lot of people here and it was so freaking hot that day. Oh my god. Our tour guide was really friendly and she explained us a lot of things about how the temple was built, what the beliefs were, why there are Buddhas inside of the temple, and a lot more information as well. It was a really nice day. I would really recommend doing this. After the temple, our driver brought us to a coffee place which I really don't recommend. I mean, the Lua coffee itself is really great, but they give you a presentation which is nice, it is enjoyable, and they will give you some free coffee, but the coffee is not free if you don't buy anything. So to me this is a tourist scam, so I would not recommend doing this. After this tour we went to the Makcik village, a little bit above Yogyakarta, and it was a really nice hotel. I mean, just take a look at the surroundings. It is really beautiful. It is basic. It was only 25 euros per room for the two of us. They had a little bird, a small restaurant with a nice jungle view. The only downfall was that my mom got bitten by a leech at night, so that was a little bit of a shock, but it's all good. And in the evening we went to Gubuk Koklat Merapi, and over here we had the best dinner. It was local food. It was really cheap, like 3 or 4 euros for all the people, so we obviously gave him some more money. The owner was really friendly and he made his own hot chocolate with his own chocolate tree, so it was crazy. It was really good. Definitely recommend going there. For day 6 we decided to take it easy because we would leave Java this day on a night train. But before that we took a little hike through the villages. We went to the farmers, just did it on our own. It was really beautiful. I mean, take a look at this. Would you want to live there? I would. I found a coconut and of course I opened it myself. I tried it and it was really good, and even Fleur liked it. So we then fed the chickens and they liked it as well. And then we walked through the village with our fresh coconut like two bosses. And after that we obviously went back to the same restaurant for some snacks, and it was really good. It was fried rice with some hot chocolate. Now it was really time to leave Yogyakarta, and our driver Elsa brought us to the train station. It was really nice. She was a friendly driver. I had booked with Want to Go Asia again and just had to check my QR code here. Obviously got another iced coffee, and whoa, it was so noisy here. The train was okay, it was a night train, but really trust me, don't book a normal train if you're trying to get some sleep. This train was moving more than all the minions together in like 5 centimeter room. It's not possible. It's crazy. The food was really good though. As you can see, you move a lot. I slept for like 20, no, I 2 minutes for the whole night. It was crazy. But we have survived it and we arrived in Ketapang. From here we grabbed another taxi to Sanur, and from this point you can cross the ocean to Bali, so it's really easy. It costs only like 1 or 2 euros, but be aware, even this boat is able to sink to the bottom of the ocean, because 2 weeks later after I got home, this ferry boat has sunken to the bottom of the ocean, just like another one I will show you in a little bit. So we arrived at Bali, and where are we going now? We decided to go to Lovina beach because we didn't want to go to Canggu. I was really tired. We arrived at Puri Lovina. It was a nice hotel and we didn't want to go to Canggu or something like that because it's so touristic. Lovina beach, it is touristic but not that much. There are almost no tourists, so yeah, it's really quiet. We took a burger, enjoyed the swimming pool, and just had a lovely day. And this hotel was also very cheap. It only costed 33 euros for the two of us for 2 nights. We were still very tired of the no sleeping train, so we grabbed an iced coffee, of course, chilled at the beach with the sunset, and after that we went for a massage to relax. We had some nice dinner, it was really good. It is day 7 on Lovina beach and it was a really beautiful day. It was very early in the morning, but the view was definitely worth it. We're heading out to the deeper part of the oceans. You can see a lot of boats. We were a little bit afraid here, but luckily our boat tour decided to move away from the other boats. So we saw a lot of dolphins with just us. After some lunch, it was time for us to jump into the water. You just hang on with 2 hands next to the boat, and suddenly in the distance you see the dolphins coming. It's amazing to see these animals from so close away. It's just really beautiful. I would definitely recommend you doing this. And if you like this type of content, make sure to subscribe and watch all the videos about Indonesia, because of every whole day we made a whole video. So make sure to check out this video and watch this amazing content. And on the same tour we also went snorkeling and saw a lot of beautiful fishes and even a turtle, so I would definitely recommend you doing this. After the tour we went back to the hotel, relaxed for a bit and went out for dinner, and this was the end of the day. It was a nice day. It is already day 9. We left with a taxi to Ubud.
Mom, are you afraid?
And my mother was very afraid of the heights. We arrived at Yati 3 bungalows. It was very cheap. It only costed 72 euros for the two of us for 3 nights. And this is the hotel room. It's a nice, simple room. Nothing fancy, but it is really clean and good. There was also a gecko in the middle of the night on the roof, so we had some company. It was really funny actually. And they also had a nice bathroom and a swimming pool, which was quite cold actually, but it was great. We then went on to explore Ubud, and Ubud is really nice, but it is very touristic, so expect a lot of tourism here. And the downside, there are not a lot of local restaurants. Everything is built for the tourists, so eating here, just some lunch, is 25 euros, which is like 5 times more expensive than in Jakarta. And we were in Bali in May 2025, so it was end of raining season, but in Ubud it was raining almost every day at the end of the day, so we just snacked a little bit. And in May we only had 330 subscribers, so thank you guys for subbing. And luckily you can also do something for indoors when it's raining, like here. As you can see, we were making our own rings. It was a really cool experience. First we start off with heating the silver, and then we grabbed the hammer to make it flat. We put it through this thing here. It was really rough. As you can see, my mother is quite strong, but it's really difficult. And Fleur's trying it right now. It is really hard to pull through there. I go to the gym almost every day, so for me it's a bit easier. But as you can see, it is really tough, so you will get some strength from this. Just make sure you don't slip like I did. Then we were spinning it a little bit so you can get the turning in there. We make it flat again, heat it up again, make it flat again so you can get a flatter ring. Then I am trying if it fits on my finger. It fits, so he cuts off the excess part. Then he heats it up again so he can glue the two pieces together, and it fits perfectly around my finger. Then we polish it so it will be very clean and shining. It was actually a really great guy. And look, everything shines bright like a diamond. He also did my other rings too, so it's a good guy. I would definitely recommend going here. It's a lot of fun. It is day 10 and it is a beautiful day. We are doing a bike tour today, but before that we are getting picked up, and as you can see there are a lot of monkeys straight in Ubud city, so be aware of that. We first went to this Luwak coffee center, and this one actually was really great. There was a lot of good information how they make traditional coffees, and it was just a beautiful place to see. This was all included in the trip, in the bike trip, so we didn't plan to go here, but it was really great. They had a lot of different coffees which were actually really great to try. They were really good tasting, and we also got some breakfast here and it was really good. So overall this place was really nice and I would recommend going here. After breakfast it is finally time to ride on the bicycle, and we are Dutch so we are good in that, right? The first stop was over here where they are harvesting beautiful flowers. It was great to see. After that we went to a public school in the area where small children are going to school, and it was great to see that. This is where they learn the real Bahasa, the language they speak in whole Indonesia, and I bet they learn a lot of different things as well. We then continued our bike trip, which was actually really easy because the only thing you had to do was brake. As you can see, you don't have to pedal a lot because it's mostly downhill, which was actually really great. And over here we took another stop, and I can't even look at these trees anymore because I know what's in these trees right now. Okay, are you ready? If you're afraid of spiders, skip a little bit now. Holy shit, they are so big, and this tour guide wasn't afraid of them. They are not toxic, and he asked if I wanted to put it on my arm. I was like, hell no. So no, I'm not doing that. Maybe another time. They are really huge. She wasn't afraid though. Look how big they are, holy moly. Okay, big credits to this tour guide. He even put it on its face. It's really crazy. He was a nice guy. Okay, it's time to move to our new spot, and the next stop was a small temple, which was nice to see, but you couldn't enter it, so you only saw the outside. So the next stop was at a house of a family that apparently lives there. You never know, of course, but they had really cute dogs, so it was really cute. And now it was finally time to see the beautiful views where Ubud is famous for. The whole tour took around 3 hours, which was really great, and luckily it has come to an end because we were just in time for dinner because it has started to rain very hard. It is day 11, and on day 11 we decided to hike to the Mount Batur because we heard there are a lot of beautiful views. The hike itself, it is quite difficult and you have to have a little bit stamina, but you can also take the motorbike if you're tired. But take a look at this view. Wow! As you can see, the view is really worth the hike, and on top there are also a few monkeys, but please do not feed them because they can be a little bit annoying if you do. It was time to go back downhill, and downhill was actually more difficult for me. My knees were shaking a lot, but it's worth the hike, so please do it. You will get a stick so you can walk a little bit easier, but as you can see, it is quite difficult. And my dad certainly wasn't the only one who almost fell. After the hike, we were brought with a bus to this chill place. It are hot water beds which are heated from the volcano, so it's actually really hot water and it's really great. You can take a drink here and enjoy the beautiful view of a lake. We then went back to Ubud, grabbed some dinner where the cute rabbits were, and we decided to go to bed because we were really tired. It is day 12, and on day 12 we decided to leave Ubud. We had some breakfast, which was really great. Then we went to the Tanis Fest cruise in Sanur. This is the place where you can go from Bali to Nusa Penida. You will get on a small boat. It was really busy actually, but it all went on really fast. So we went on the small boat, which actually sunk 2 weeks later. But the ride was okay. There were a lot of big waves, so the water was coming in a bit, but it was actually a fun ride. We then arrived on Nusa Penida. The island itself is really beautiful, and there are not as much traffic as you can see in Jakarta or in Bali, so it's a little bit calmer, which is actually really great. We then decided to walk to our hotel because it was only 50 minutes walking. We stayed at Double G Guest House for only 25 euros per night, and we stayed here for 2 nights. The hotel itself was great, the people were friendly, and the food was good. We then booked a taxi via the hotel and we went to Crystal Bay in Nusa Penida. The bay itself was beautiful. There were not a lot of people, but we only arrived around 4 or 5 in the afternoon, so maybe it was a little bit less busy. The only downside to this beach was that there are quite a few dogs and they actually took a piss on my back, so that was a little bit disappointing. After watching the sunset, our taxi driver picked us up again and we went to a restaurant with some live music. It was actually a great restaurant. They had nice drinks and lovely food. The food was really great and you were sitting right next to the beach, so it was a very nice scenery. On day 13 we decided to go snorkeling with a manta rays and of course some turtles. We booked a tour using Get Your Guide and it only costed like 15 euros or something. It was quite cheap. Over here we got our stuff. We had to wait quite some time, around 1 hour or something, but then it was finally time to go out on the sea. We actually started off with great weather, the sun was shining and it was very warm, but then it was a very bumpy ride because the weather turned around a bit. It actually started to rain and the waves were so big, but the driver just kept going so my ass was hurting a bit because I almost flew like 1 meter in the air. After around 20 minutes of riding on the boat, we jumped in the water and when I looked down, I immediately saw a big manta ray. We're swimming on the water and it was actually really great. It is busy, it is crowded, there are quite some people because the mantas are circling on one spot. As you can see, there are more people, but it actually didn't matter. It was a really great experience and I would definitely recommend you doing this. You don't have to be afraid of them, but just don't touch them. You don't have to be an experienced swimmer, but you should be able to swim a bit. Everyone can do this. It's really nice. We then went to another bay where we could snorkel a lot more and there were a lot of fishes and we even saw a turtle. So it was really amazing. And if you like this content, please subscribe, leave a comment and watch all the other Indonesia videos. They are in 4K. This one is in 1080p. So every particular video you can see here is in 4K on YouTube. We went back with the taxi to this restaurant where we got some nice lunch. We were very hungry because of all the swimming, so this one was really great. And after that we went back to the taxi and we went to Klingen Beach on this bumpy road. This was actually very funny because we all wiggled around in the car and we also had a very nice taxi driver. He actually followed us the whole day, so he was a very friendly guy and his English was actually really great. After the drive, we arrived at the famous, well-known viewpoint where they are actually going to build an elevator, unfortunately, which will ruin the view. But we were lucky because the view was still amazing. You can also feed the monkeys if you are very careful. It was already night when we arrived back on our spot, so we grabbed some nice ice cream at Mix U and a lemonade soda because we were thirsty as hell. Alright, good night. On day 14, it was time to leave Nusa Penida and we will go to Gili Air. There are quite some people and we were sitting on a boat, which was actually a party boat because there was some very loud music, but it was enjoyable. Luckily, I had my noise cancelling headset. And when we arrived on Gili Air, the first thing I was thinking was like, whoa, this is paradise. It's a beautiful island with a lot of peace. When you arrive on Gili Air, you actually arrive on the most southern part of Gili Air. And we booked a hotel on the northern part of Gili Air. So we had to walk for 15 minutes, but it was actually okay because we could instantly see all the things we could do and where we could eat on the island. There were a lot of shops which you could visit or buy some souvenirs. Our hotel was called Sandy Beach Bungalows, which was at the most northern part of Gili Air, where you could instantly jump in the sea and swim with turtles. The hotel itself was really great. We stayed here for 2 nights and the price was 100 euros, so it was a little bit more expensive, but that's what you can expect on such a small island, right? The bathroom was a little bit open and it was really cool. The only weird thing is that the shower had salty water instead of sweet water, so it was a little bit weird and it was nice to take a normal shower when we left Gili Air. We then explored the swimming pool where we actually didn't swim at all. We also saw a beautiful rainbow, which was amazing. I mean, the sun was shining and it was raining a little bit, so it was just beautiful. The water was also really warm, which is great. We then took a quick swim, but the water was very sandy because of the hard current and the windy weather. So we chilled with some banana ice smoothie and then we explored the island a little bit because it was already afternoon, but we saw a nice animal. And there are actually no cars or scooters on this island, only electric scooters and bicycles. So we walked to this local restaurant and Fleur got a very big freshly caught fish. We also split one gado gado and I also ordered the rendang beef. And this was actually the best rendang that I have ever eaten. It was so good. Then we ordered some delicious ice cream, a lot of fresh fruits in there, so it was really great. And as you can see, these persons are so friendly. I love it. It is day 15 and it is a beautiful day. As you can see, we had some delicious breakfast with fresh fruit and a pancake and some jeruk or orange juice, and then we finally took a swim. And as I told you before, right from the hotel you can see turtles, and this was the first turtle we spotted. It was a beautiful, cute little turtle. And after this one we also saw a very big old turtle, which was amazing to see from this close. I mean, you could just swim a few meters from them. And we also saw a lot of beautiful tiny fishes and a lot of different species as well. And for the rest of the day we just chilled around the beach, enjoyed our food and just had a lovely relaxed day. And at the end of the day we went out for some dinner right at the beach. It was a beautiful view. You can even hear the ocean breeze in the background. We had a cocktail and delicious food, and this was the end of the day. And well, we were in Indonesia. I already posted the videos, and this is the day we reached the 800 subscribers, and I was so glad with this. Terima kasih. It is already day 16 and today I put my alarm clock around 6 o'clock because I wanted to see the beautiful sunset Gili Air has to offer. I mean, wow, take a look at this, it's amazing. After that we went back to the hotel room, changed, and then we had our breakfast. After that we packed our gear and we walked back to the boat at the south of the island. We hopped on a small boat, then had a transfer middle on the ocean onto the bigger boat, and then we arrived back in Sanur. We then looked for the bus, which was included in the boat package, and we went with the van to the Stones Hotel in Bali. This hotel was very luxe. It costed €100 a night, so it was actually a bit expensive, but it was definitely worth it. I mean, take a look at these rooms. We had room 248, and wow, take a look at that. This is really beautiful. I mean, the room is just amazing. It is very clean, it is very big. The shower was really great. The only downside, we didn't have a beautiful view outside. After checking out the hotel room, we went downstairs to the swimming pool. It was a huge swimming pool. It was really beautiful, and there were not a lot of people at all. There was also a jacuzzi where we went in. It was really warm, and we ordered a nice drink to chill. After that, we went out on the street. We went out to this place where a lot of restaurants are, and we were waiting for my friend Kelvin. There he is on the bike. I didn't see him for a very long time, so we meet up with him and his girlfriend. It was very nice to see my friend again, and we shared a dinner tonight with each other on our last night here in Bali. Unfortunately, it's already the last day, but we had to wake up with a very, very good breakfast. This was the best breakfast I have ever had. There was literally everything. You had rice, you had ice cream, you had donuts, you had everything you want. So I grabbed everything that I liked, and I probably had the biggest breakfast I have ever had. It was so good. Everything was really tasteful. It's a 10 out of 10. And after eating all this delicious stuff, I had to dump it in the beautiful toilet just because I wanted some dessert for my breakfast. After that, it was time to go to the barber again because it is just really cheap here. It is like 6 or 7 euros instead of 30 in the Netherlands. So I was fresh again, and after going to the barber, it was time to go to the massage. It was a really nice, relaxing massage because we needed to fly back home, and it was a 12-hour flight today. It was time to get our last iced coffee here in Indonesia. I really love them. And then it was time to fly back from Bali to Jakarta, and from Jakarta to Amsterdam. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe and watch all the content we make. Let's go.